And greetings to the Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban. I received his greetings, and now we met with the Ambassador of Azerbaijan, and we were remembering the 3 visits that I've made to Azerbaijan. Firstly, as the president of the Non-Aligned Movement, and then we went on June after the pandemic in 2022, and always working together with Azerbaijan. They were also fighting for the peace in the region, a very interesting initiative. He was telling me about the initiative of peace in that area. And I sent greetings as well to my friend, the president of Azerbaijan. And we have established an agenda. We're always working for the best, with the best interests of Venezuela in mind, respecting the sovereignty of the states and equality, and a principle that, even though it's not written in the UN Charter and political documents of geopolitics, which is the humane principle, which is to make more humane humanity, which is principle of understanding each other. Who are you? Who am I? Who are we? And on the basis of understanding, we set important goals. Venezuela here in South America, a territory of peace, and great goals with Africa, with Europe, with Asia. Venezuela is a country that is admired in the world, beloved in the world, not only by governments that are also providing with an impressive solidarity, but especially now, after Venezuela has been threatened with a nuclear submarine, that the Tlatelolco Treaty was violated, which prohibits the deployment, use, and production of nuclear weapons in Latin America. Venezuela is receiving an important international solidarity, because never before had been threatened Latin American countries or Caribbean countries with a nuclear submarine. And I always say that we are blessed. God bless Venezuela and protects it, and no one will stop us. We're going to continue moving forward in all different sectors. They are very amazed by the economic life and social life in Venezuela, because in the world they say many things, but we are here at peace, working, producing, living, and the person that does not work has no life. This is a country of workers, and of course always preparing ourselves for defense, but each doing our work. Venezuela has an extraordinary diplomacy. Our diplomacy is not a diplomacy of cannons, of threats, because the world cannot be again the world of 100 years ago. The diplomacy of cannons. I have these many cannons and chips, and I put it in front of you, and you surrender and do whatever I want. No, that has come to an end. Our diplomacy is diplomacy of dignity, a Bolivarian diplomacy of peace. Our diplomacy comes from Bolivar, from Chavez. It's a diplomacy of the highest standard, which is admired and represents the heart of a noble people of Venezuela. It's a diplomacy that sends a clear message of friendship, of work, dignity, and courage, because we don't bow to no one, not today, not never. We don't think ourselves above anyone, because we're not supremacists, but we do not accept supremacism from anyone. If we had lived at the time of Hitler, we would have made history, because we would have not surrendered to Hitler. But this generation did not live that time, but other people did, and generals of dignities from here were very strong and firm before Nazism. And Nazism put ships and submarines. You know who knows a lot about this? Yañez, Ernesto Villegas knows a lot of this. They tried to surround the Caribbean coast, the Nazis, with submarines. They blew up ships on the coast of Zulia state because they wanted to intimidate Venezuela. Nazis from there And Garita, what did he do? Our general of dignity, he stood strong and said, here I am. And he stood strong. And then came other stories. So we represent that dignity of Bolivar. I explained the Hungarian ambassador, why is this hall called Son of Peru? Because we liberated, we are the liberators of the men and women of the sun. Why did they call Sucre the liberator of the temple of the sun, of the men of the sun? Because they liberated the temple of the sun, the sacred temple of the Inca Empire, called like that, the state of Inca, the culture, the Inca culture. All that way, but Bolivar reached on horseback as well as Sucre, and they were victorious. So this is the whole Son of Peru, where liberators of the sun are here, and the son and daughters, that's who we are, the son and daughters of the liberators of Peru, the son of South America. I must explain because this is full of history, and we know the world to know the great history of our people. When the world searches for answers as of why is these people so brave and so admirable, and I go, oh, of course we do this. What is the name of the test that we do? If they do a 20 profile, what are they going to find here? What is this? Bolivar, Sucre, Guaycapuro, Chirino, Josefa, Manuela, Cipriana Castro, Ezequiel Zamora, Hugo Chavez. That's in our genes. They're going to find the strength and historic guarantee that is in our blood. So we're going to continue working. A beautiful day, truly, because it allows us to receive love from the peoples of the world, the respect and recognition of the countries of the world, and the word of encouragement and support in a moment that Venezuela is defending with serenity and strength its right to sovereignty, its right to national integrity, peace, and we are winning, which is the most important.